Sequence Break is a Shudder exclusive, and it is a Lovecraftian, Cronenberg-esque body horror, science fiction, romance horror. And first off, I want to say that girls like this in the movie do not exist, okay? So a nerdy guy being approached by a super hot, nerdy chick, and her being all forward and coming onto him and kissing him and doing... Get out of here, please. Enough with that. It's ridiculous. That being said, the premise of the film, this guy works at a arcade repair shop, and the place is going under, and he receives this package in the mail. It's a circuit board. He puts it into an arcade game. He starts playing it, and it starts corrupting his mind. Premise is really cool. This is totally the kind of stuff that I like. It's weird, and as I said, Lovecraftian, body horror, all that stuff. Cool stuff. And the film looks pretty decent. It's very low budget, you can tell, but it's well shot. It's well acted. I like the actors here. I thought their chemistry was good. I thought the story was interesting, and it could have been awesome. It really could have. And it's not a bad movie. It's a decent watch. It's not something that I would not recommend for people that are into these kinds of things. But my personal take on this, and I could be completely wrong, it's happened many times before, but my personal take on this movie, watching it, was that the thing that hurt this film is its budget. And what I mean by that is, yes, of course, the budget itself hurt it, but I feel like the writer rewrote and restructured what he was going to do to fit the budget he had, and it hurt it. I would have almost preferred, and as I said, I could be wrong, this might not have been what happened at all, but from what I saw, it felt like this guy, reined it back in a little bit because he didn't have the budget to go all out for what he would want to do. And I would have rather seen him go all out and fail than rein it back in, because it's very confusing. And towards the end, I was just like, but wait, what if, and why, and this and that. The film gets fairly sexual at times, so this is where it's very Cronenberg-esque. Videodrome would be the perfect example, but he's almost like making love to this arcade game that becomes almost like skin in the way he touches it, which I thought was really cool. As I said, there's a lot of really neat, cool things going on in here, but I just felt like the third act, it was gearing up till there's this really cool final act, and I felt like the final act really fell short for me, and that was a shame. And as I said, I feel like it was because it was restructured for the budget, and they pulled back on it. But I could be wrong on that. It just felt that way. I did like it though. I just wish, I don't know, there's certain things that's said towards the end. This whole thing about like, it's in between the ones and the zeros, and then what he does to do this and what it all ends up being and all. This film would definitely benefit from multiple watches to try to break down every little thing that you could. But just on a first view experience, I felt underwhelmed with the last act. Because I felt like this film really was dependent on the last act landing, and it just didn't. But I did like some of it. So it's just kind of a mid-level film for me. Like everything just kind of was like, oh, okay, that was okay, that was fine, that was all right. So it was a fine science fiction, body horror, Lovecraftian, Cronenberg inspired film. It could have been great. It really could have been. The setup, the ideas behind it, I really liked the concept. And I wish that this movie would have had a better budget, or maybe more time to work on the script to iron out some of the stuff towards the end. But that's my take on it. What do you guys think of it if you watched it? If you do watch it, let me know. I hope you loved it. But if not, let me know what you would have changed or altered, or why I'm wrong. Let me know. All right.